Hey, hello everybody. Hello, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. We got a great show prepared for you today. I got Captain Al Clowers, Pablo Fernandez. I got Justin Botrell joining us. We're going to have a great day today talking fishing and what's going on out at the islands and what these guys have been doing all week. And we'll talk more about tactics. And then tomorrow's show, I'll be on by myself, and I'm going to tell you guys all about what's coming up. The amount of yellowfin tuna that are flooding into California right now is incredible. There's so much coming in. There's so much cool stuff going on. The volume of yellowtail down at the Coronado Islands, the volume of yellowtail on the coast, the volume of yellowfin tuna just off the beach. If you get out too far, you won't see them, but then you might struggle and find some bluefin. There's so much going on in Southern California right now, gang, that kick back, relax, enjoy this show. You won't believe some of the reports you're going to hear from Pablo and Al and Justin and everybody that's out on the water. We got all kinds of cool things to talk about, but today is Promar Ahi USA Monday, and we're always talking about the GT4 fluorocarbon, and today's no different. And you'll hear Pablo and Al telling you about it. This is what they use every day on their trips, on their charters, this GT4 fluorocarbon. I talk about it a lot. I did that iCast show, and I was up on the tank talking about this is the most incredible fluorocarbon. If you haven't touched it yet, it feels just like monofilament. Easy to tie, super supple in the hands. It's an unbelievable product. You won't go wrong using this stuff. You're going to love the way that it ties. It is so easy to tie compared to other fluorocarbons because of the fact that when they extrude this, almost all fluorocarbons exactly the same. Let's be perfectly honest. How does this get to be softer than all the rest, though? The amount of time it's running through the wheels as it comes out of the extruder and goes up and down and around and over and under. Most companies run it through once. The GT4 goes through 4 times. That's why it's called GT4. That allows it to be more supple and easy to tie. So check it out. Go to Promar Ahi and order yourself up some of this GT4. We got that QR code up on the screen there, and you won't be disappointed. And when you're over at the Promar website, you'll see all the other phenomenal products. My gosh, we're a day away from August, and then September, here comes lobster season again. So go over to Promar and check out all the products they have. You won't be disappointed, and you get all your lobster gear sooner than later. It's hard to believe we're already talking lobsters. We haven't even started catching yellowfin, and we're going to be catching lobsters while we're catching yellowfin. It's going to be an incredible season, but make sure you get yourself a bunch of this GT4 fluorocarbon and whatever else you need over there. Use the QR code, save 10% on the product. And if you don't see the QR code up on the screen, put in YSWG and the number 22, and you'll save 10% on your product over there at Promar. There's that QR code we're looking for. That'll get you 10% on all the products. You can jump right over there to the website through the QR code and get anything you need. You will be blown away by all the cool products they have over there. And we'll show you another cute little video here in a minute, probably 20 minutes or so. But hey, we got the man, the myth, the legend, Pablo, standing by. Good morning, Pablo. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Cap. How's everybody doing out there in saltwater guide land?
We're doing great. My goodness. Do you guys have a volume of yellowtail down there or what? And the hell's going on?
We have a few, and just enough to go around because there's been a couple boats at the islands lately. I don't know if anybody's been out there, but there are a few boats out there. But the yellowtail are still just dying to get into our boats.
The deckhand kill bag.
Yeah, they literally are jumping in the boat almost with a little bit of assist with a hook and the awesome GT4. I mean, that stuff is such a hot commodity right now. I've been blowing through it, and I thought I had plenty, and man, it's just that's all I use. And man, we've been going through it a lot, and the stuff is very hardy. It lasts a long time, but when the barracuda start muscling in and chewing it up and stuff, then you got to switch it out more often. But That stuff is so good, so reliable. I've been using anywhere from 15 to 80. I've been putting 80 on my jig stick, and just even if I foul hook a big old yellowtail, I did that the other day. Foul hooked him, just like I knew he felt bigger for some reason, and the thing just kept swimming, diving. And then when I saw him, I'm like, oh, he's foul hooked. And man, that GT4 held right up perfectly on my jig stick. I just bounced him right in, and it was no problem. Then I just like literally popped the hook right out of him. It came out like just with my fingers like that. But man, stuff is awesome. It's all we're using. All of us are using it, and can't get enough of it. So I got to get up there, or I think Brian's going to come out with me one day this week. Hopefully, do some media for them and for us, and get them on fish. Most importantly.
Absolutely. So I got a picture up on the screen. Do you see it right now? Those two kids with all that trash can fully. Yellowtail, tell us about that trip with those young men.
So yeah, so these guys, they're super cool kids, and they work for my buddy who does the fish processing down there, and they are just great, genuine kids. They literally work like you would approve of their work ethic, Dave. Like literally, they don't even need to be told anything. They're just doing it. They're pulling fish out, filling up the barrel. They're taking ice. They're giving us ice. They're doing whatever we need to do. And they weigh them. They know how to lay them out. They know how to process them. They're learning. They're kind of like, little apprentices. But man, they're just such good hard workers. And these guys are always down there. They're my favorite little buddies down at the docks, because every time I come in, they're like, Pablo, what'd you get? They run up all stoked. And it's like, I mean, they've seen a million fish from all of us, but they're still, every time it's like, they just have that positive energy, and they're super stoked to see us come in. And yeah, man, the yellowtail bite has been crazy. And I was looking through. Here's another one. Yeah, this was another
there
trip.
you go. That was picture you posted yesterday.
Yeah, that one's pretty decent, man. I mean, there's a lot of all sizes. I mean, you have no idea what you're going to get. And then as soon as you think it's a yellowtail or it's something else, then all of a sudden you get a little bluefin on the boat, and you're like, where did this guy come from? And there's a good plunker bite of bluefin. If you just slow troll around, if you want the exact numbers, got to be a member, and we'll share those with you openly. If you're not a member, then I can just tell you they're somewhere in Mexico near the islands. But yeah, it's been phenomenal. Big old barracuda, good sized bass. We had all kinds of really fun jig fishing, fly line, fishing off the hook. I mean, just any kind, slow trolling. I mean, every kind of fishing we've been doing around the clock. And so at some point, when you start switching it up, there's always something that's working. So you just got to shift gears throughout the day and grab the gear that's going the hardest. Oh, I lost volume.
That easy to.
Oh, there.
Can you
Hey,
hear me
Justin.
now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
How are
right,
you doing?
Pablo, Justin, you guys
Oh,
talk about
hey,
what you guys
okay.
got going on tomorrow. What do you guys got going on? You gonna let them use one of your boats, Pablo?
Oh, did I say that? I'm
Oh,
busy
shoot.
tomorrow. Yeah, Justin's going out on. He gets to pick which boat he's going out tomorrow, and I'm gonna take the other boat, and then I'm just gonna follow really close behind him. If he's slow trolling, I'm gonna just turn very sharply right near the outboards. If he's gonna stop and drop the hook, I'm gonna stop and drop it right in front of him.
Sounds like a great day.
Oh wait, no, that's what everybody was doing to me all weekend. Wait a minute. So
Hey, you know what we should do? We should
What?
do video of this. We should actually do that and do a video to show people what not to do and how to avoid it.
Oh yeah, I would have had a
That'd be
ton of
great.
that footage. And there was a couple points like when there was a million boats down there, and we always recommend and condone fishing for boats, because that's the way you get the most fish. You find the most boats, and you're always going to get the most fish.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. But there was a couple times, Justin, when I was cruising around doing my thing. It doesn't matter what I was doing there. When I was slow trolling at like 1 knot, okay, like 1 knot, we were getting this little plunker bite of bluefin going. And there was a couple times when I was literally stuck. I'm like, this ponga is backing down on me. this sport boat just flipped it right in front of me and dropped the hook, like literally, and then tried to yell at me saying I was like, getting in his way or whatever. And then there's like 3 or 4 other boats drifting on the hook, slow trolling, Rapalas. And I literally put my hands up and I said, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. And my customers were dying laughing because they're like, dude, what can you do?
So the best thing to do in that situation, in case you didn't know, is throw some Rapalas out there, like 2 of them, and speed up about 10 knots and go right next to their boat where their lines are and just catch all of them. 150-pound line, catch them all, and spool everybody. And then go, hey.
And just wave and smile and wave.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Justin, I think that's going to go in the clip of what not to do while fishing previously.
It sounds fun, though, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And believe me, I did slip a couple times. Like I made a few friends, more than I should have this weekend. But it was just that, trying to get away from that negative. Like, it's like, come on, guys, we're all here. We're all doing the same thing. There's enough fish for if you even had like a freaking, remember our old drop lines? If you even put out a drop line, probably with just a straight kite string like it used to be, you'd be catching fish no matter what. I mean, and you had to fight through either the barracuda or the yellowtail or the bluefin, all the fish are competing. And now Captain Dave giving us the report of the yellowfin pushing up. Yeah. Hello. I just hope that they don't skip San Diego and they come through here and we're going to go annihilate them, but in a nice way. Euthanize them, send them over to the other side, bleed them out, and prepare them nicely.
Put them in that deckhand kill bag. Yeah, I can't even tell you. Because of the fact that we have a lot of people here and a lot of children, I can't tell you how I used to handle that situation. But offline, I'll tell you guys how I used to handle it.
Come do a ride out. I'll tape up my FG numbers and we'll come do a ride out.
No, I used to tell them, I want you to know exactly who I am. I'd back right up to the back of their boat and stand there and make them take pictures of me and write my name down and spell it proper. Don't forget, my last name's with an E, not an O. So it's Hansen, not Hansen. One guy once told me he was going to sue me. Wow. And I was like, great. I cannot wait for that lawsuit. Yeah. And how's this going to go? You got too close to me and I caught all your lines and now you're going to sue me. All right. I'm going to court with you. Let's go check it out. But gang, what's going on down at the Coronados right now is the way it was back in the old days. It was like that in the 70s, the 80s. Then now we got this yellowtail fishing is so good. And like Captain Al Clower says, you don't have to all be piled up on each other. Al got limits this morning. He called me at 8:30 in the morning. He was on the show for a few minutes with me and Pablo before we went live. But the fishing is so good right now. You can get in there and line up with all the other boats and drift along, or you can go out to another area and find fish. There's fish everywhere, gang. And like we were talking when the show was starting, besides the yellowtail at the Coronados, the fishing at Catalina is still on fire. The amount of barracuda and bass, like Justin's going to talk about, is hindering the catching of the yellowtail. But it's just a matter of time. Those calico bass are not going to be in the spawning mode for much longer. They've been full speed spawning for 2 months. It's been incredible. But as soon as it slows down and those yellowtail can get to your bait, it's going to be phenomenal. And then that yellowfin tuna on Friday off of Dana Point, between Dana Point and Main Beach Laguna, 4 to 6 miles off the beach. Yeah, I got to tell them because everybody needs to go fishing. We're going to send you to some phenomenal fishing, but the weather's the reason why we weren't out there this weekend doing it. Justin, talk about the weather. You didn't even go out this weekend because you didn't want to beat your people up.
Yeah, I had 2 charters scheduled for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday at Catalina, and I canceled both of them. I don't normally cancel them unless it's really bad weather. And a couple guys I talked to that went out even said it was horrible, absolutely horrible weather out there. It was good in the morning, but right around 11, 12 o'clock, it just got a giant poop show.
It was pretty gnarly, but we went out still and just stayed a lee of all the little island spots and smoked them. You're
also 90 to 100 miles south of where I was.
Hey, that's a technicality. It's but it was pretty snotty, man. I mean, it was snotical for sure. It was It was a little nasty, but it was definitely nice on the lee side. But then coming home was not nice, and even going there was not nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have loved to gone out, but unfortunately, I didn't. But I will be, so everyone knows, on Thursday, I'll be live bluefin fishing like everyone's been waiting for. So we'll be bluefin fishing. We're going to go kill some bluefin. You're going to see a lot of blood on the deck. And tomorrow, I got some fish killers right here that are going to be on Pablo's boat. I'll introduce them to you in case you didn't know who they are.
Yeah, they're so excited, Pablo. This is so cool what you're doing for the boys. They are so excited. There he is with his new pet.
What's up, Rylan?
Hi.
What's that? Who are those guys with you? Are they coming?
Yeah.
Those work good. Those are good yellowtail bait. You slow troll those little dragons. You bridle up their nose and slow troll them back there, knot and a half. Oh, yellowtail will eat those things big time.
Yeah, those things would be good bait, but I don't think Ryland's going to give those things up.
No. Yeah, come here. Come here. Here's Madden's going to say hi to everybody.
If it went away.
Here, look at
Madden, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Madden, keep those away from Captain Dave. He'll probably put them in his mouth.
I'm a lizard. Right here.
Hey, if it would get me more views, I would.
Right? I dare you to put him in your mouth, Madden. Right here, live to everybody.
Yeah.
Put his head in your mouth.
But don't.
Do it on camera. Do it on camera. Do it. Ready?
Ah!
We gotta see it. We gotta see it.
Do it sideways so they can see it.
There you go, Rylan.
Yeah, move your
Don't
hand.
bite it.
Don't bite him.
Don't laugh or bite it.
I do it.
What if he ran down there? This is called quality parenting.
I know.
Wait till mom sees this.
Oh, these kids are crazy. Too funny.
Oh my gosh. So Rylan, are you gonna deckhand tomorrow, or is Madden gonna take your spot?
Or are you gonna catch yellowtail?
Catch out.
Are you gonna deckhand, or are you gonna make your dad deckhand and skipper?
Yeah.
So you can fish. All right, buddy. Well, I'm gonna see you out there too, because I'll be
It's
out
gonna
there
be a
too.
special kids day tomorrow.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's always about the kids, guys. Always.
Yes, it is.
Stop.
Especially those big old huge yellowtail that are biting right now. So the other thing is that I wanted to mention is the Coronado Islands. What you were talking about, how people were getting kind of frustrated.
Yeah.
What I noticed when I was out there is not everyone's catching.
I do.
Not everyone's catching. And yes, we may make it look like Pablo and Al make it look super simple out there. It's their backyard for one thing. The fish are biting pretty much everything that goes in the water, except if you don't introduce your bait and everything else properly. We keep mentioning this over and over. Ahi GT4. This is exactly the line that I was using when I went out there both days, and it was a complete game changer. The 25-pound. Oh, let me talk really quick. So the guys that were on the boat, they were using 40-pound and 30-pound monofilament, and they were filling up their reel with braid, and then they had a top shot of like 20 or 50 yards of monofilament. And I tell them, like I tell everybody before I go on your boat, I want to know what setups you have, so when we go out there, I know what I need to change. Because 99% of the time, we need to change it. So they would tell me, oh, I got 40-pound or 30-pound monofilament. Well, I'm talking. Okay, in a minute, okay? Go get it. So I told them more than likely what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking off all your mono, and we're going to switch it out for just a 2 to 3 foot leader of some fluorocarbon. And they said, oh, okay, well, this has always worked for me. No problem. So we went out there in the first hour and a half. We were using, literally, no lie. We can get them on here if you want. You can talk to them. First hour and a half, we caught nothing. And it's almost impossible if you're doing everything properly to catch nothing at the islands right now. We caught nothing. We started slow trolling. We did a whole bunch of other different things that I knew would work, and we caught nothing. I said, let me change this out really quick. I'm taking off your mono. You can hate me for it, but I really don't care. I'm going to take it off because you guys want to catch something. So I took off all the mono. I tied on like a 3-foot leader of the 25 pound, and literally 30 seconds we were hooked up. That's it, 30 seconds. And I don't know what it was that made a difference. We were in the same exact spot, but using that GT4 fluorocarbon worked.
Oh, yeah.
So the people that are getting frustrated out there at the islands are seeing other people catch. Oh, dang, look at that. Gecko. So they're seeing other people catch, like Pablo, like Al, me, or whoever else is out there, and they're catching fish. The other people are getting frustrated because they have people on their boat and they want them to catch fish as well. So they're going to get frustrated and do whatever they can and make stupid mistakes that they shouldn't make while they're out there. But if you're doing everything the proper way, you won't have an issue. I promise you won't have an issue. Some people are saying, well, this is what I heard twice already. The 25 pound is not enough for the fish. We didn't lose any. We didn't lose a single fish using 25 pound. We had our drag set. If you have your drag set properly and you have enough line on your reel, you're going to reel in those fish. If you have 150 yards of line and 25 pound top shot, you're not going to lose your fish.
Right.
Now, if it breaks off or if they bite it off, that's from either a barracuda or the bonita. There's a lot of barracuda at the islands right now. And every now and then you're going to get a barracuda that bites it off, especially using the J hooks. We are using J hooks for slow trolling. That's what I do. But I'm a circle hook fanatic just because it makes everyone look professional fishing because you don't have to set that hook to hook the fish, right? But when we're slow trolling, I like using J hooks.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of slow trolling, and I'm still using the circles because, it's pretty funny too because you can tell the people that are used to J hooks because they get back there and then they start. I'm like, whoa, man! First of all, you don't need to whip it that hard, even with a J hook.
Are you using circle hooks slow trolling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do that tomorrow then.
Yeah, and they've been working super good. I mean, I love using both as well, but
for the kids, right? The kids, it's perfect for them because they don't have to set that hook.
They don't have to set that hook, and we've been getting like the best hooks, like on the bony part of the jaw, in the corner of the mouth. I mean, just the most perfect sets. I mean, to where you have to actually do like surgery to remove it, and by the time you get it out, it's all bent, straightened out. Like, there's been some really good hook sets, and with both the J's and the circle hooks. So, but yeah, if the clients are adamant about the J hooks, I don't have a problem. But the ones that, just can't figure it out or whatever, I like circle hooks. I think they're pretty foolproof, but again, me personally, I love the J hooks too, especially for yellowtail and all the other guys.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't know how to set the hook.
Right. No. Right. They just go like this, like as hard as they can, as fast as they can. And then they start doing that with the circle hooks, and you're like, oh man, I'm just like, and they're just ripping it out of their mouth, But out of all of the fishing that we've done, we've literally only had a handful of casualties. Like literally, it's been that good. And just like, okay, guys, give a lot of explanation and just show them. And just, man, everybody's been doing super good. Even the guys that go like this with the circle hooks, like 3 or 4 times, and you're like, dude, circle hook, bro. Wind it. And man, but yeah, still, I don't know how, but we haven't had that many casualties. So we've been getting pretty lucky with that.
Another tip I wanted to give everybody that I had to do this last trip. I went out just a few days ago to Coronados. There's a lot of sea lions. Coronados is like the breeding ground of sea lions and the breeding ground of yellowtail right now. The sea lions are eating like they've never ate before. They're all over the dang place. When a sea lion comes towards you and you're hooked up to a yellowtail, what you're going to do is take that yellow or take your reel and put it in a free spool. Keep your thumb on your spool so it doesn't bird nest you, but let your yellowtail run, and it's going to dive. It's not going to go straight across. It's going to dive down because it wants to get away from everything. So let it dive down. Let that sea lion come by you and see that nothing's going on, and they're going to continue on to the other boats. So once that sea lion goes to the other boats, click it back. You're going to have your fish. You're not going to lose it, and reel your fish back in. So that's a tip for everybody. That way you don't lose your fish to the sea lions. All they're doing is they're running boat to boat to boat and seeing who has a fish right now. And if you have a fish and they see it, they're going to get it.
Yeah, and the sea lions are super. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the sea lions are super visual, gang. So you're going to see sea lions out there like Justin and Pablo are just talking about. They're actually putting their body up as high as they can, and they're looking around. They got great eyesight. They're looking around, and they're looking for the rod that's bent. They're not a dumb. They are a super smart animal. You'll see them. They're getting out of the water like super high, and they're looking around. And when they see the rod that's bent, they're going over there because they're not dumb. They know that's easy prey. So if you do what Justin says and throw it in freeze pull, that yellowtail takes off, that sea lion's not going to chase him. He's going to go to the next boat. He's going to go stick his head up and look over at the next boat, and then he's going to go get that free lunch. I have a whole video over on, I think it's on YouTube, when I'm showing that guy how to get that yellowfin out of that sea lion's mouth, and it worked. And then finally at the end, we got it away from him, but he wouldn't, there wasn't any other boats. That was the only problem. If you're at the Coronados, it's easy to hand off the sea lions. And Justin and Pablo and I, we're pros at, and Al's pretty good at too. We can hand you guys our sea lions, and you won't even know it just happened to you.
Yep.
And we can
That's very true.
We can teach you all that, gang. We can teach you everything. The biggest problem Justin and I were talking about this morning, Pablo, is we take guys out all the time and teach them how to fish, and then we revisit them a year later, and we're like, where did you come up with all this garbage? We taught you exactly what to do. We took you out there just like you're doing with these people, Pablo, and you teach them, and then you come back a year later and you look, and they're all doing something that you can't find anything about it on our website. And you go, what just happened? And well, I was watching a guy on YouTube. He's a plumber, and he's really good at fixing toilets. And he said, if I put this 4-aught worm hook on here and some 80-pound monofilament, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if you need your toilet fixed, that's the guy to go to, but you don't want to know what he knows about fishing. And Rylan, the other day was your birthday, and none of us got to say happy birthday. You're on the show live right now. Everybody's here watching because you're on here. They don't want to see me and Pablo and your dad. They're all here to see you, bud, and the lizard on your head. But happy birthday from Captain Dave, your saltwater guide, and all the people that are watching it. We missed your birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Rylan.
Happy birthday, buddy.
How old are you, bud?
10.
He's double digits now. That's it.
All right.
Isn't it a great video that you posted of Rylan?
Yeah, has anybody seen that? The thing's going absolutely bananas over on Instagram. It's already got, in 2.5 hours, it's got 6,000 views already, Rylan.
Wow.
Of you licking that sardine and then going directly over to the rail to throw up.
He's like, oh, this wasn't bad. What?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So everyone knows it really is a must to have the Ahi GT4 fluorocarbon.
100%.
Absolute must. At Catalina, as everyone's seen on the last live show, Catalina is still wide open. There's a lot of bass, bonita, barracuda. There's yellowtail, big, huge yellowtail. There's even black sea bass. Everything you can think of, there's bald eagles. Everything you can think of is at Catalina right now. There's people, there's everything, boats, all kinds of stuff. So if you want to go fish for boats, go to Catalina. If you want to go fish for fish, go to Catalina. If you want to go fish for people, go to Catalina. Just go to Catalina. Catalina is a beautiful place. Everything's biting. What pound line we're using at Catalina right now is 20 pound. In case you're wondering, the Ahi GT4 20 pound. We're just doing about a 2 to 3 foot leader, tying that to a small hook, and that's what's been catching all those fish. And then on the occasion, you're going to hook some yellowtail, and they're really big ones. So just be ready. You're going to hook those yellows, and I can't say exactly what spot's going to work. All the spots work right now. The only thing is you have to find the right conditions. If you find current, you're gonna find a fish. It's that simple. You go to a spot at Catalina, and there's current, there's fish there. You don't even have to meter around. Just anchor properly, up current, and you're gonna catch fish. So sardines is what we're using right now as well. And I guess I just heard from one of the guys at the bait bars yesterday. They're having an issue getting fin bait right now up here.
Too many fish.
Crazy.
I don't know what happened to the Cortez, so I can't. Tim, I don't know what happened. Well, I don't think any of us know what happened, so we don't know. But everybody that's wishing Rylan a happy birthday, thank you guys. Pablo and Justin, talk about what's going on this week as far as you guys going with trips. I know you're both going out for fun tomorrow, and it's going to be an epic. I can't wait to see all the videos and pictures of the two of you guys with the kids and everybody on the boat. It's going to be spectacular. But Pablo, you started off. I'm going to jump off of here because I want to load this video of Rylan so everybody can see it. We got 50 people watching. I'm going to load the video while you two guys tell everybody about what you got coming up, okay?
Okay. So, yeah, you guys, Captain Pablo here, and Justin's going to be taking one of my boats out tomorrow, and I'm going to be going out on the other one. And Rylan's going to be the deckhand. He's going to run the deck. If he doesn't run the deck appropriately, I'm going to swim over and take over the deck, and then I'm going to put him on timeout for a little bit. What do you think, Ryan? Is that going to happen?
Throw him in the water.
Yeah, I'll just put you in the water. We'll swim with the sea lions. I know you like that. But yeah, so we'll be out there tomorrow, and then we'll also be I'll be out there a few more days this week. I did take some days off, so tomorrow's going to be just a fun fishing day for me. Justin's going to be out there with his beautiful family, getting some beautiful fish, and I'm going to be out there with a couple buddies, and we're going to be doing the same thing. We'll probably be working together, I would imagine. And yeah, I put this on the community page today. I do have a lot of availability for August because I haven't even posted the availability for my second boat because I wanted to make sure everything was good and getting the calendar straightened out and all that. And you guys know how good I am with punctuality and timeliness and appointments. So I've been having a really hard time getting it all together, but now I have it all together. And so now literally I just opened up. Basically August is wide open for one boat. I was double booked a lot and sometimes even more so. And it was such a nightmare trying to do it the way I was doing it. So I'm getting a lot of help from a lot of people to, streamline my disorganized chaos into organized chaos. But yeah, so having said that, I want to put together all your saltwater guide open parties, and you guys call me up 619-431-3070, and pretty much it's wide open right now, so get a hold of me. You guys can bring whoever you want as long as they're saltwater guide members. So I want it to be all-star cast. I want to get a lot of content, and I want to get all the saltwater guide members hooked up while the getting's good and getting better. So hit me up, call me up. We'll figure out the dates, the times, and the prices and everything. And I just want to get out every day when my little micro vacation is over here in about 3 days.
You don't want to go every day. You want to
Okay.
go for 4 days, 5 days.
We got a couple things to show you, gang. First, real quick, I got the video, and we're going to, Elliot, in just 1 second. But I told everybody I was going to have this video up for them to see what's going crazy over on Instagram right now. Watch this video. Then we're going to talk about I got one of my best friends in the whole world coming on as my guest on Friday. And we're going to be, it's going to be incredible. His series starts tomorrow. You can purchase it. We're going to talk all about that in a minute. But look at this video real quick that's going viral right now of Rylan. Deckhand Rylan. Check this out.
Believe me, I lick the blood of this fish in a wide open bite right now. Anthony, just so you know.
Yeah.
It tastes like fish blood.
Oh my gosh. We had to cut out the throw up part, but all right, Elliot.
That's so great.
Let's show everybody what's coming out tomorrow. Wednesday, big day, gang. History of sport fishing. We got a few little scissor reels to show you, and Michael Folks will be on the show talking about it. Check this out. If you guys want to order this, it's ready, right, Elliot? It's all ready to be ordered. It's an 11-part or 12-part series, gang. It's incredible. If you like to fish at all, you're going to want this. You're going to want to watch this. It is insane.
This is the history of sport fishing. Man has fished since the beginning of time. Creative men and women transformed what was once an act of survival into a passion that inspires anglers the world over. Through determination and ingenuity, pioneering individuals drove the sport forward, creating new tackle, techniques, and equipment. Each development brought new possibilities and new challenges.
Be careful now. I think I can hold him. Whoa!
As the sport grew, so did the pressure on fisheries around the world. Once believed to be a limitless resource, anglers on every continent have learned fish populations are far from infinite.
You know, there is a concern that some today would like to see no fishing whatsoever anywhere in the United States, to see fishing abolished. I pray to God it doesn't happen.
Responsible stewardship of our aquatic ecosystems holds the key to the future of sport fishing and to the health of our planet. Across the globe, industry leaders, scientists, and anglers themselves are making great strides working toward optimal fisheries management. But will it be enough? Join us on a journey through time as a tribute to the history of sport fishing celebrates the legacy and lessons of the past and looks ahead at the critical factors that will determine the survival of our sport.
Excitement of success and the inspiration that will drive the fishermen out in the first light of tomorrow with the eternal hope that it will be their day for the king of fish. And on every boat, fishermen wait excitedly for the first strikes of the day.
It's all about the bite. It's putting on the right bait, getting bit, setting the hook, or getting that first bend out of the rod.
It's about the initial hookup.
It's just one of the most exciting moments anybody can have ever.
When you see something that size, you freak out.
You strip it.
He's bigger than you.
It's 150 pounds.
Giant-eyed,
overgrown minnow.
They could have come from a spacecraft.
You get tight with it.
You've got a hold of a huge creature.
Something in your heart stops.
You know,
I love it.
You can see them kind of looking at it.
Freaking aliens.
But that eye gets to it.
In the initial surge of the fish,
You know,
you really can't explain it.
lines clearing, jumping everywhere.
The line wraps around the rod and breaks off and you're done in half a second.
It does something to your heart, your brain, everything. Everything stops.
This is the history of sport fishing.
Gang, this is going to be an incredible series. Michael's a very close personal friend of mine. Him and I have been through a lot together. And I just want to tell you, when I watch the previews of this show, every time it gets me teary-eyed because I know how hard Michael's worked to put this film together for all of us. He's worked his whole life. He's gathered up some of the most unbelievable footage, like you just saw. That black and white stuff, he had that in cans in his garage, waiting to try to figure out how to put it all together into a movie for all of us. This is an incredible, incredible documentary about our industry that is so near and dear to my heart that if you watch this and you don't come out of it feeling the way I do, then you probably don't have a pulse, because it is just incredible from the very first scene that you see all the way to the very last scene. All you're going to come out of this is wanting more. And Michael and Elliot have put it together in such a way that you can buy parts and pieces of it. You can buy the whole series. You can buy just the part. You're not going to get inundated with commercials and all that stuff that goes with watching it on television. This is a streaming platform that you could watch this on, which is way better than anything else out there. The way that Michael and Elliot have put this together, gang, I think you're all going to be very, very happy when you purchase it. I don't think there's going to be anybody that says, dang, I hated crying about fishing for an hour. It's incredible to watch how it starts and then how fishing evolves. And like Michael was saying, the equipment changes, all the different things. We can't even comprehend what our founders went through to try to figure out how to catch these fish. And they went through a lot. So I think you're all going to be very, very happy when you watch this. It is just an incredible docuseries about fishing. And the very first chapter got me. When I got to go to Michael's house and see the first chapter that he put together, I was just blown away. I walked out of there, tears streaming down my face. It's an incredible, incredible docuseries about our industry. This is our industry. This has been my life since I was born. And I think those of you that even do it just for fun get so much out of this and see so much good stuff. We're going to be talking about it all week, gang. And then we're going to bring the man, Michael Folks, on. And I believe, Elliot, correct me if I'm wrong, this is going to be available on Wednesday. You can start watching it on Wednesday. And then you can come on the show on Friday and you can ask questions just like we always allow you to do. Michael will be here. If you start to watch the docuseries and you watch that first part, and you're going to be blown away, and then you can ask Michael any questions you want. We're going to be Thursday AMs when people can wake up, and it will be available August 1st, Thursday. All right. Thank you, Elliot. I knew you knew. So Thursday you can watch it. Friday you can talk to the man. He's going to be live right here on this podcast. It doesn't get any bigger than that. Michael Folks has been in this industry for a very, very long time. He made this industry relevant with his Inside Sport Fishing show that most of us grew up watching and could only dream about being on the show. I've been blessed to call this man a friend for a very long time, and I think you guys are going to really get it. You're going to get so much out of this. Just take my word for it. It's definitely worth every penny that you're going to pay to see this series. It's an incredible series. Rylan, what do you think? Doesn't that look fun?
Yeah.
What do you guys say?
I have to say thank you for the birthday wishes, guys.
Oh, yeah. They're coming in big time. Thank you, Elliot, for that little sizzle reel. And maybe we could show you guys the first scene of the next couple days. The first scene you come into is you're going to be blown away. That first scene is pretty incredible on series 1. I'm part 1 of that. I'm very excited to have Michael on here to tell us all about how he put together this beautiful show. I mean, we had him on the podcast a couple times, but we kind of kept it down low. But now here we go. It's full speed, ready to rock and roll. What do you think, Pablo? Pretty touching, huh? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Got nothing. Got nothing, Pablo. We got Justin.
Almost, Pablo. Almost. Not quite yet.
But Justin, what do you think about watching that?
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch it. Like, literally, I cannot wait to watch it. So it is going to be very touching, and it's going to be really, really cool to see what it was like way back then, you know?
Yeah, when when I got to work with the tuna club guys and go into the tuna club and see all the antique rods and reels, and then reading about how they started fishing with flying fish back in the early 1800s, building their own kites on the pier in Avalon and going out there with their sailboat and sailing all the way back to the backside of the island and catching those giant bluefin on those cane rods and those reels with no drag. And they were flying the kite back in those days. And you're going to see so much stuff that you thought, you guys that are watching us right now, you created this stuff. Like I said on one of the videos I made a couple years ago when I was at the Avalon Tuna Club, there's guys claiming they were the first ones to use the kite. Well, if you weren't born in the early 1800s, then you got nothing to talk about. They were doing it long before your grandma and grandpa were born. Yeah. It's an incredible docu-series all about our industry. I can't say it enough. History to sport fishing. Jump over there right now and get your subscription and be one of the first kids on the block to watch it on Thursday morning when you wake up in the morning before you go to work. It's going to be incredible. But Justin, you got some trips coming up, ways people can get out fishing with you?
Yeah, so let me just go by what dates I have available. I have August 12th and 13th open. If anyone wants to jump on, maybe I'll put together an open party trip. Yeah. We can go to either Catalina or offshore. The local stuff right now is all cool, but I would highly recommend everyone going to either Catalina or offshore right now, because that's where the bigger fish are biting. I don't know. It's just that's what I prefer doing right now. So the 12th to 13th, August 12th to 13th, and then the 27th and 28th. That's all I have. I have every single day booked.
Well, the way I got into the tuna club, Brent, was I was running the treasurer of the tuna club. I was running his yacht for him, but I'm not. I will never be allowed in there again. I made damn sure of that they'll never let me in again. I got a handwritten letter. I'm not allowed in there, but I went in there. I went in there for a few years. Had a really good time. Then we had the War Heroes on Water there 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. I can't remember, but yeah, I won't be going back in there again. That's for another story for XXX rated show at night or something. But yeah, Dave Hansen won't be going in the tuna club anymore. But I was in there and it was pretty cool. It's like going to the Hall of Fame for you. But gang, if you want to get out there with Justin, look at, I'm going to do you all a favor. I'm going to put up his QR code that we made him, like we did for Pablo when he was talking. We got a QR code for Justin. Also, Justin can give you guys his phone number right now, those of you that are listening. And these guys are booking up. Let's be honest. Al, Pablo, Justin, it's the season. So if you're sitting on the sidelines going, well, I don't know if I should pick that date. Well, it'll be gone. It'll be gone. There won't be any dates. So give them a call. Go ahead, Justin. Tell them.
Yeah, so my phone number is 951-703-9442. And here's the other thing. Now that everyone has my phone number, and most of you already had it, once you're a member of Your Saltwater Guide, keep my phone number, because if you ever go out on the water and you have any question at all, call or text me. I'll help you out. Any help you need at all. I put a lot of people on fish every single day, and that's just what we do over at Your Saltwater Guide. So we'll help you be successful in the water.
Yes, we will. That's our promise to you as a member. I don't know any other subscription membership fishing website where you can actually talk to the owner and the guys that are doing the report. Pablo, Justin, Al, Sonny.
And also I wanted to add, just because you fish for 5 years, you can always learn. We're still learning. All of us are still learning. We learn every day. I learned from Pablo. When I went to the Coronado, here's a question. So I went to the Coronado Islands twice last week. Before I went, who did I call and ask for guidance? Pablo?
Pablo.
Oh, is that a question for me?
Yeah.
Uh,
He is spacing out.
Pablo with a question mark?
How many questions did I ask you? Like, tell us the questions I asked you. Can you remember those?
Well, you want me to recall all those questions?
I asked Pablo everything to the T. Why? Because he was just there. He has all the dope. He has all the dope for the area.
Well, let's
specify.
Not the devil's lettuce dope, guys. Come on.
So I asked him, where'd he go? What was he using? How was he doing it? What pound line he was using? How deep was the water? What temperature was the water? What color was the water? Whereabouts were you going? Which way were you drifting? And he's probably like, why are you asking me all these questions? Well, because I want to know.
Because I always call Justin and ask him all those questions all the time. And he's probably like, why is Pablo always asking me? But that's how we collaborate. And I talk to Al too. And we collaborate because it's like, am I crazy or are we all crazy? Or I guess we all are crazy, but somehow we get it done. And it's through collaboration. And back to Captain Dave's point about on the water service, like Justin and I and Al and Sonny do. I was getting calls at Coronado Islands because there's service there, right? So my phone's blowing up with Saltwater Guide members calling me, hey, Pablo, where are you at? I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I'm waving at you. I don't know. I mean, like there's 1,000 boats there. I mean, you're gonna have to come find me, So I put them all over on a specified channel so we could talk around, and then but I actually called a couple of them back and I gave them all the the stuff on the spots, techniques, all that stuff, and they were successful. And they were all hitting me back, thanking me, and they're like, some of them I can't remember the one guy because it was a little scratchy, but he said, I can't believe you called me back out here. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm out here and you're out here and you're asking me questions. And Captain Dave insists that we answer our phone all the time. Not only does he insist that, but we take pride in doing that. We love to talk to our members because I don't know. I'll just speak for all of us. We've forged some lifelong friendships here, and that's what makes us different. And you can go to any little whatever. I don't want to be negative at all. Let's keep it positive. But any other website, call them. Call them when you're at the Coronado Islands and ask them what you should do and exactly what, and tell them what you're doing and if that's good and how do you, just ask them all those questions like Justin asked me, or like I bug him all the time. Same thing. Go ahead, try it. Try any other website. I challenge you. And if they do it,
how about you just try to call them, period?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, just try to call them, period.
I mean, if I miss a call, and we do miss calls because sometimes we're offshore and we don't have a signal or whatever, but I do my best. I do my very best to get back to those people. Lately, sometimes it takes a little bit, but if I have my phone on or near me, I'm answering it every time. I don't care if I'm one-hand gaffing or whatever. If somebody's calling me, I'm answering it. That's just how it is.
So Pablo, you said there's reception at the Coronados?
Yeah.
You want me to go live tomorrow?
Sure.
I do.
I don't know if it's good enough for that. I mean, I
can try.
You can try.
I don't know if Restream will work, but maybe just straight Facebook.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to go on Facebook, but we know that my phone has issues anyway. So
would all of our audience like to see me go live tomorrow at the Coronados?
I think they would.
Comment, anything? I'll go live if I can.
And you want me to come up tonight and just bring your boat down?
No, but listen.
There we can go live.
Here's what we're all trying to say. Let's get down to brass tacks, gang. When you go out fishing on your boat, I don't care if you do this for a living or if you're just once a year guy that goes out fishing on your boat. Myself personally, been doing it for 50 years at the highest level you can do it. But I used to watch my father back in the day when it was payphones and CB radios. And I would watch him in the morning on the end of the San Clemente Pier. I would watch him call Bill Poole. Then I'd watch him call Bill Knott. Then I'd watch him call Jimmy Schaefer. And all this was on a payphone. And he would get all the information every single morning. And my dad been doing this since 1947. So if there's people that are watching this that go, oh, I don't need any information. I already got it all figured out. Please I want you to call me right now and give me the lottery numbers, okay? I want to know what the lottery numbers are. I only need one set of them. I don't want all of them. Just give me, if you already know everything, give Dave Hansen the lottery numbers. I'll share them with Justin and Pablo. We'll all share, I promise. But what I'm trying to explain to you is when you go out fishing on your boat, you want the most information you can get. You want to go to the other websites. You want to be a member of all of them. You want all that information. You want to take it all, or if you don't have time to dissect all the information, you can simply call me on the telephone, or Pablo on the telephone, or Justin on the telephone. We'll tell you exactly where to go. We have a success rate like you can't even believe because we are sharing our information. Why do I do that? Why did I change what we did in the 80s? And we never shared anything. If you got caught sharing, gang, you were kicked out of the family. If my dad ever saw me calling you and telling you where we were fishing today, oh my gosh, I would get beat. I'd get the belt.
Keeping you out of anything back then. Back then it was you would get your butt beat. Is what you
I would get the belt. Yeah. I would get the belt. I promise you, I'd get the belt. I'd get the belt. Yeah. And then it was crazy. But today we're under attack, like we talk about on the show all the time. CCACalifornia.org. That's the only voice we have at the table. Everywhere you look, and like Frank Lopresti said on the sizzle reel on Michael's show, they are on a mission to stop fishing in the United States of America. So if we don't start sharing and we don't start helping all of you to catch fish when you go out on your boat, then there'll be people that are on those spots going, on those websites going, yeah, there's no more bluefin, there's no more yellowfin, there's no more da-da-da-da. Well, the only reason you're not catching fish is because you suck and you're not willing to put your ego aside and try our website. And I know I'm a commercial for our website. The only reason we talk about it so much, gang, is because we don't want you to be out there not with the greatest information you can have to be successful. And I heard somebody saying on a AM radio show the other day, oh, that your saltwater guide, that's for beginners. Really? Information is for people that want to catch fish. Believe me, we're sharing information with people that have been fishing for 30, 40 years. Sport boat captains use our website, whether they want to admit it or not, gang. You're getting the real on-the-water information every single day from Pablo, Justin, and Al.
And you know what, Cap? I just want to tag on to that. Let's talk about some of our members like Dave, Jeanette, Stanley's, Tony Kendall, Darren, Renee. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'm learning from these guys. These guys are they're better than us right now, some of them. I'm like, John Stanley, I saw him, last week or whatever down at La Jolla. He dropped his hook perfectly, drifted back to his spot. He was bent all day. Everybody around him was like plunking away here and there. Him and his girls were just dominating over there. Just dominating. And I love seeing that. And John's the first one to say that, oh man, I used to suck. And talk about, yeah, sure, Dave, you're a commercial for it, of course. But John and, his family, Tina, they are such huge parts of this community. And they have improved so much since the first day. And not because of me, okay? Not because of me, because they delved into this. They got into the weeds. He looked up all the chum bucket stuff. He looked up all the anchoring stuff. He looked up everything. And man, now they're next level. They outfish a ton of people up there in La Jolla. And if that doesn't tell you about this community, I don't know what can possibly tell you about it. And they call me all the time. And I always tease them. I'm like, hey, call me on my personal line again. I'm blocking you. You can only get me through my business line. But man, they call me all the time. And I love talking to them. We've done tournaments together that he won. And same thing, Tony Kendall, he was hitting me up. Hey, I want to learn yellowtail, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now he's just slaughtering them. He's just like on his own. The train is on the tracks and they're going, man. And that's what each and every one here in the Saltwater Guide community has the opportunity to do, as long as they just, be humble enough to be like, hey, these are proven methods and I'm going to try them out. And I know Dave, he'll say, yeah, your sister's brother, his uncle's cousin, whatever. Everybody has a better way to do it. But guess what? We do it a certain way so we're consistent, and you can go out and do it, and then you call us and tell us what you're doing. We might even make a correction over the phone or the radio and be like, no, do it like this, and then whammo. I mean, I don't have anything else to say about that. The community rocks. I'm blessed to be a part of it and just stoked to be here.
Yeah. Justin, I'll tell you, made a lot of really good friends, right, Justin? A lot of really close personal friends. You don't like to go out without them now.
I know. I contact everybody whenever I go out now. But yeah, I made a lot of friends. Before, I was real tight-lipped about everything. I didn't want to tell anybody anything. But it really feels good to hear when we tell members where to go and what to do. It feels good to hear their feedback at the end of the day, which 99.9% of the time is positive. It's like, man, we caught so many fish. We caught this. We caught that. We caught the fish that we've always wanted to catch, so on and so on. And then another gentleman, he which I feel great for as well. I took him out last year, and we hooked a marlin. He wanted a dorado, but I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't find them. But he hooked a marlin. We caught a big bluefin, and he got acclimated with that. And now he's calling me saying, hey, I see the temperature here and the currents here. You think the bluefin are going to be right in this spot? And I'm all, yeah, how'd you know that? And he's all, what you taught me. And I'm like, man, go there. You're going to catch bluefin right there. He's all, I'm all, that's exactly where I would go right now. And he's doing exceptionally well. Very well.
Yeah, we're literally like, our business model here is literally putting us out of business. I mean, everybody's getting better than us, and then what are we going to do? We're going to have to look at their websites one day.
That's awesome. I just hope everyone succeeds and everyone does extremely well fishing.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Catch that last fish in the ocean, which is never going to happen, so don't worry about it. But that's just the saying that he uses.
Dave will catch the last one.
Yeah. But it's so cool and warm feeling when you see everyone being so successful. It really is. It's really cool.
And that's what we're trying to teach over at your Saltwater Guide. And my good friend Tut, you and Larry been fishing with me since we were all young. And we didn't share nothing back in the day when I was running sport boats. You put me in front of a firing line, I wouldn't tell you what the hell we were doing day to day. I remember when Don Brockman was just down here visiting with me. I remember when him and I and one other captain, we got the first 2-meter radios and we got on that yellowfin tuna on the dolphin. We never seen nothing. No one had ever done it before, even though you all say you had. This was back in the, late 80s. And I remember Don called me on the 2-meter and said, I just went 0 for 90. And I was like, what? He slid into that first pot of dolphin and he hung 90 fish at the same time, all at the same time. 90 yellowfin were hooked up at the exact same time. And he came out of it with nothing. And I was all, oh, you gotta be bull pooping me. There's no way. And I went, he goes, the pod's right there. Slide in on it. I had 60 people on my boat. I slid in on it and we hung 60 at one time. 60. Every single rod on the boat had a tuna on. And we came out of it with nothing. We came out of it, and then we started to slowly figure it out. We were using the heaviest line we could use after that. But there's so many cool things that you get to learn over at your Saltwater Guide that nobody in the industry is willing to share with you. They're not. I'm just being honest. They're not. These guys are trying to make a living fishing. When you can get Pablo, Justin, and Al that are out every day telling you what they're doing, and then you get to the spot and you see them, no other boats but them, and you're like, now I'm not talking about the Coronados where there's 10,000 boats right now. I'm talking when you're offshore bluefin fishing. How many days in a row, Justin, were you out there by yourself with one or two of our members? It's just
almost every time. So now really quick, sorry. So I wanted to mention something also to everyone and give everyone a tip of bluefin fishing. Okay, here's a tip for everybody. Slow down. slow down. I know it's exciting to be on the water. Slow the freak down. You don't need to go so fast. Pick an area. For example, I want to fish out at Tanner Banks. Okay. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to slow down. I'm going to just go slow. I'm not going to go fast. You want to use your binoculars? Say your boat is 21 feet and there's 4-foot swells and it's a little windy. And it's real choppy for a 21-foot boat out there. And you can't see while you're underway at 5 or 10 miles an hour. Stop. Just stop. Let your boat come to a rest and use your binoculars so you can look out 2 to 3 miles in a distance around you. And then continue on out, stop, and look around you. You don't need to go so fast. All you're doing is blowing by fish. And the best way I can explain it is for any of you that ever hunted, if you're going to road hunt, meaning you're driving a car, you're going to stop and look and see a deer and shoot it. So you're driving 50 miles an hour down a road and you're looking for a deer. Are you going to see one? Probably not, unless it jumps out in front of you and you run over it with your car. What do you have to do? You have to slow down so you can pay attention and use your binoculars. Same thing while you're out fishing. Slow the heck down. When you're looking for kelp patties, you're not going 30 miles an hour to find a kelp patty. By the time you see the kelp patty, it's already turned into salad behind you, chopped up salad because you ran it over. You can't stop on time for one thing. And the other thing is you just blew past 20 kelp patties that you never even seen because you're going so fast. So just slow down, everybody. Slow down.
Yep, that's a big plus, is to slow down and look around. I don't know. I see so many boats when I was working every day out there come flying by. We're in a wide open bight, only boat. Boat goes by me doing 30 knots. I'd look at him, wonder where he's going. He's got 900 fishing poles on the boat. I thought maybe he was going to go fishing today, but he went right by the fish at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yep, exactly. And last year, we were catching fish in between Long Beach and the east end of Catalina, right in between, mid-channel. No one knew about them. No one knew about it. We all kept our mouths shut about it, except for your Saltwater Guide members. We were hooked up to 2 fish at a time, and people were blowing past us at 30 miles an hour in their fishing boats, flying as fast as they can go, just staring at us. And every time they did that, I would put one of the rods down and unbend the rod so they're not bent, so they don't see them. So we would slack all the rods so they didn't see their bent, and they just blew past all these fish. So just, it was so funny.
Yes, it is. It's kind of sad. I just want to help everybody. So when I see stupid stuff, I just go, I got to make a better video. I got to get these guys to jump on our website. I don't know why everybody's not on the website. It doesn't make sense to me because of the camaraderie and the community. I see people posting on social media all the time, just getting the ever-loving bejesus beat out of them for posting a picture of a bass or asking a simple question like, what should I do tomorrow? I answer every one of them that I see, and I always say, hey, go look at my website for free. You'll never have to wonder again. You don't have to ask plumbers on, and I love you plumbers. Believe me, if my toilet's plugged up, I want my plumber to come. But you don't have to ask a plumber where to go fishing when you can call Pablo or Justin. There's just no need, man. Be with the cool kids over at the cool website. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Only people that don't like it are people that signed up and never looked at a video. I see so many people like that. Yeah, I don't really like it. It doesn't work for me. I'm like, you never looked at one video. I don't understand how that doesn't work. I guess it's like buying a stair stepper and putting it underneath your bed and then wondering why your ass got so big.
Hey, are you talking about my stair stepper?
No, I'm not talking about anybody's. I would never see your fat ass. So Pablo, one more time, your phone number, then Justin, we're done for the day. We've already gone over an hour. Al didn't make it back on here. He was busy filleting fish going home.
All right, guys. So yeah, open parties. I'm down for anything. Hit me up with dates and all that, and we'll make it happen. August is wide open because I just opened the schedule for the second boat. It's Fernandez Charters, and my phone. This is Pablo with Fernandez Charters, and it's 431-3070. Call me.
How much are your open parties, Pablo?
You know what? I'm going to put that together. It's going to be depending on the destination. Because if I go out chasing bluefin with you, probably be different than if we just go islands or La Jolla or whatever. So, and I'm flexible. I'm willing to do any kind of package as long as everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
So yeah, so prices are going to be adjusted according to the destination.
Yeah. Yeah. Fishing local isn't going to be the same price as fishing offshore.
Right. And the only reason we got to do that is because fuel. Fuel and more bait and more hours and all that stuff takes money. So yeah. But I'm going to do the best I can to give a nice, solid hookup. Oh, and also, I'm also going to say, if you guys show me proof of membership into the CCA, then you'll get even a better little bump down. I want to see proof of ownership or membership, and then.
Well, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. So if I see that, and if everybody that comes has it, I'll give everybody a little bump down. So that's kind of what I want to do to support the CCA, because they support us by being at every meeting that we don't go to, and they're there. They're there everywhere.
So
go ahead, Justin.
Discount, right?
What's up?
You give them a discount?
Yeah, I'm going to give everybody a discount.
So just for being a member of CCA, and if you're involved with the Star Tournament, that'd be great.
Right.
You get a discount for going on your boat. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
really good.
I spoke about it a little bit before, but yeah, I mean, I guess I just came out of the closet with it.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, CCA guys, all the way. Join the Star Tournament. If you win the boat, I just get to rally it one time to do whatever I want. But other than that, join up. I'll give you a discount. We'll work that all into the price. And again, veterans, for sure, discount. And let's get out there, man. Fishing's hot. It's getting hotter. It's going to be I don't know if I can say it, an Indian summer, but I just said it. So it's going to be one of those nice late summers moving into the fall. We hope it's one for the memories.
Yeah. That was really cool. What a great idea. Never even thought of doing that.
All right, Justin, go ahead, buddy.
All right, so if you want to get on my boat or me come out on your boat, I only have like 4 dates available next month. You can call or text me 951-703-9442. And then in September, I literally only have a handful of days between August and September. So just let me know. I can do some open parties, possibly. Just whenever I say that, people end up booking me. So like booking the whole boat, which is good. So just call or text me right away. Or if one of those days you want me to, I can maybe collaborate with Pablo. You want me to deckhand on Pablo's boat and go out on an open party with him? I can do that as well. If you want to. So
100%. Yeah, Justin and I like to fish together, and we'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So give Justin or Pablo a call. And gang, listen, if you're thinking Justin's full of baloney, you can't possibly be booked up in September. Well, you know what happens in September, gang? It's lobster time again. And I'll guarantee you there's a bunch of people that can't wait to catch a tuna and a lobster on the same day, Justin.
Yeah. So now that you mentioned that, so as everyone knows, lobster season opens the 27th of September at 6 p.m. So make sure you look at your calendars. Don't take any word or legal advice from here. Just go look it up for yourself at California Department of Fish and Wildlife. So September 27th opens up at 6 p.m. lobster. I have a charter for 3 days that opening, a 3-day charter opening weekend. So, and then after that, in like the end of October, I have available for lobsters.
Wow.
Here's my calendar in case y'all are actually wondering. Hold on, you can be able to see
White
it.
screen.
Yeah.
It's blanked out. He doesn't even have it.
Yeah, it's blanked out. See, I don't know if you can see. I gotta do it sideways, kind of. All those dates are all taken up.
And you know what the really cool thing is, gang? You guys are all going to get to watch live what you didn't, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't want to go. Well, you get to watch it live and you get to see why you weren't there. You go, oh,
except when I'm guiding. Like some of those dates are guiding trips where I'm going on other people's boats. That's different. But yeah, whenever I'm on my boat, you're gonna see it live. Baby.
Absolutely. Live. Yep. Thank you guys for being on the show with me today. Tomorrow is going to be a day. Bring your pens and pencils, gang. Tomorrow we're going to be talking all about what you need to do for this coming August, September, October, as far as offshore fishing goes. I'm going to cover all the it's just going to be like being a member of the website. I'm going to cover everything. Tomorrow is going to be educational day. Bring your pen and pencil and be ready to go to school at 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be all about offshore. Not that I know anything about it, but I read a book and I watched Michael Folks's movie. So I'm going to be talking about everything to do with being more successful when you're offshore. So tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Justin, Pablo, thank you guys. Have fun tomorrow out on the boat. I want some fun videos. I need to see a lot of cool stuff. Gang, if you didn't see that Ryland video, go check it out on Instagram. It's pretty damn funny, and share it with all your friends. And then this is one of our original members, Angel. He's still in on the $4.99. He's still in on the $4.99. That's what we used to charge for the website back when we first started, when no one had ever done this before. But look at Angel ran over to Catalina this weekend. He found a little weather window in the morning, and he went right over there, and he caught himself his nice first yellowtail on his boat. He was so happy.
I know exactly where that's at, too. That's what I was looking at the background. I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah, you do. We could tell you, but then it wouldn't be fair to the members. If you want to know, all you got to do is go on the website. Sorry, I know I'm a commercial for my website, but dang, that's what I do for a living. And the name of the show is Your Saltwater Guide. The name of my website, Your Saltwater Guide. The name of my social media is Your Saltwater Guide. So you be danged if you're going to watch Your Saltwater Guide and not hear about me. That would be kind of silly, huh?
Yeah.
Go to Your Saltwater Guide and learn about fire trucks.
All right. Well, call me.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you. Be cool to each other. Turn off the